So today is gonna be kind of like a talk through get ready with me video. I finally got extensions. I'm so excited because I have had short hair forever and I hate it so much. So now that I finally got extensions, my hair's nice and long. It's 20 inches, I think. So yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much. I'm just gonna get right into getting ready. Basically, I'm just going to my boyfriend's house, and yeah. So I don't ever really know what I want to do when I do my makeup, so I kind of just make it up as I go along. So I think I'm gonna use the I was going to use the Naked 2 palette, but I think I have a new setup. It's ghetto, so I'm sorry that you can see this mirror. I'll try to hide it, but sometimes I need to be really close to the mirror. So I think I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette. I think I'm gonna go for something cool tone, which I never do because I like warm colors. So yeah, I always start with my eyes. I know some people like to start with their face. But for me, eyes are just the easiest thing for me to do. So I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion and just squeeze a little bit of that out onto my finger. So just a little bitty bit and then put it on my eyelids. I already washed and moisturized my face. So if you like to do that. I think everybody should like to do that because skincare is important. You're never too young to start skincare. Remember that. Otherwise, you'll get wrinkles and it won't be cute. Like wrinkles early on. So I don't like to put eyeshadow right on top of my primer because it gets kind of sticky. So where is my setting brush? Thank you. So I always just set it with I think this is called Vanilla, in the Anastasia contour palette. Contour and highlight, whatever it's called, and I just like to set it because I think it blends the eyeshadows better. So this is a Real Techniques setting brush, by the way. This is actually one of the only Real Techniques brushes I have. I never tried them before, and now that I have, I don't know what I did without this brush before. I was always using pointed foundation brushes and stuff, and now I can't live without this thing. So like I said, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour palette, and I think I'm going to use this color as a transition shade. I'm trying not to make any sudden moves because I don't want my camera to fall. So I'm just going to take this color on a fluffy brush and just blend it. I need my magnifying mirror. Into the crease. What is on my eyelid? Besides eyeshadow primer. So blend, 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 blend. It's already a 3-minute video. I feel like talk-throughs are so long because they're real time, and that's just annoying. I'm sorry that I keep looking at myself. I really need to get better at that. But yeah, I'm one of those people that just I'm always looking at my reflection because I'm looking to see if my hair's messed up or something. I know, so vain, but what are you gonna do? I'm going to find my more precise blending brush. Here it is. Kind of dirty. I need to wash my brushes. But I'm going to use this color now. I don't know what this is called. Celios? Something like that? I don't know. Where does Kat Von D get her eyeshadow names from? Or her makeup names in general? She's got some, crazy... Whatever. Anyway, this is a more precise blending brush. All of my brushes, by the way, or at least a large majority of them, are by Sonia Kashuk. Pretty cheap at Target. So, wow, that's pigmented. That's more pigmented than I want it to be, but whatever. I guess we're gonna be a little bit more smoky than I imagined. So just blending in the crease. I'm pretty sloppy about my makeup. Like, I don't really do anything precise. I kind of just, like, you can see all my eyeshadow, like, I'm just kind of like messy, and then I clean it up with foundation and concealer. So it's like whatever. And since this is more pigmented, I'm going to be a little bit more light-handed on my left eye. And then just build it up to match the other eye, because I was not expecting. I mean, like, I knew these eyeshadows were pigmented, but I didn't realize that I picked that much up on my brush. So, yeah. That's the one thing about this eyeshadow palette, is it's so dusty, and I'm constantly blowing the dust off. And, like, that's hella annoying. Hella annoying. Do people still say hella? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm bringing it back then. Okay, so now that that is good, I think, I'm going to take a little bit of this peach color in the palette, this one right here, because I feel like I need some warmth in my eyes, because I'm just not used to cool tones. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this in the crease with the same more precise blending brush. Just like in the upper crease to help blend everything out. And then I kind of just like, you know, told you I'm sloppy with my makeup, but I think it comes out pretty good. So then I'm going to take this doesn't have a number on it, but it just looks like this. I think Sigma calls these like E55 brushes, so this is pretty much the exact same thing. And I'm just going to take this white and just pop it on my entire eyelid. This is pretty white, pretty like ivory. I'm not gonna take it. This is why I do my eyes first, because I always have to tug on my eyelid and then my eyeshadow gets messed up. But I'm mainly focusing it on like the lower part of my eyelid. And then we'll blend them together. So you will see how that works. So I'm just like patting it on at first to get it pigmented, and then I'm taking it like halfway up my eyelid, but I'm not taking it all the way up to the crease. Oh, I just got some in my contact. Oh, I'm gonna have to wash that sucker then. Okay, and I'm gonna take this brush again. This is like the best brush ever that I own anyway. So we're just going to blend because we need it. And then I'm just gonna, oh, yeah, I got some gnarly shit in my eye. And it's making my contacts burn. But hey, what are you gonna do? Obviously wash your contact, Jacqueline. Obviously. Fucking idiot. Okay, so I did my eyeliner off camera because I have to be really close to the mirror when I do it. So I just basically did a wing. Came out thicker than I was expecting, but whatever. Poop happens. So I'm just gonna put on mascara. And then after mascara, I'm gonna brighten up the white on my eyelids a little bit more. And then if it gets on my eyeliner, we just clean it up a little bit. Eyebrows complete. I did those off camera because they take so freaking long to do. So yeah, I just used the Anastasia Dip Brow Soft Brown, and I think it looks a lot better with my red hair than Granite did. So now I'm going to move on to my face. I'm going to be using 3 primers, which is a little ridiculous, I know. But the first one I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Baby Skin, the Instant Pore Eraser. So I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like a dupe for the Professional. Just dropped the cap. It just fell in my crotch. But I'm just going to take a little bit because I don't need that much, only just like that much. And I'm just going to put it around the area where I have eyeliner on my lip. Like the areas where my pores are bigger, so like my nose and like around here is really like where I need things to be smoothed out. So then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Face Primer, and I'm just going to put this all over my face. I like to shake it up a little because it gets a little watery if you don't use it for a while, which, I mean, it kind of like, it gets watery, but it still like works. So I'm just going to take one pump and just mix it into my hands and get some on the back of my finger somehow and just put it all over my face. And still having it get all over your fingers. And then be careful of your eyebrows. I usually don't do eyebrows before my face makeup because, like, kind of like, to me, it defeats the purpose because I get product and stuff all over my eyebrows when I do my face. But I've noticed that, like, if I do my eyebrows after my face makeup, sometimes the color comes out lighter and sometimes the brush like slips and slides everywhere. So I don't know, it's just what I've been trying to do. So the third primer is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, just to help hydrate my skin even more because since it's the winter months I am a little bit more dry. So I'm like out of breath because I'm trying to do like 500 things because my boyfriend is becoming impatient and I'm like, honey, perfection takes time. And also I'm filming, which can take forever. So after that's dry, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation and a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, I think this is called. Yeah, Expert Face Brush. And he just texted me, I'm sorry. So, I'm just gonna pour a little, not too much, because, we don't want cakey makeup, you know? So, this is like one of the only foundations that, as I was saying, this is like one of the only foundations that actually matches me and I don't have to mix anything to make it lighter. I seriously feel like a hair on my mouth. So if you're pale, 110 Porcelain, if you're like pale with like yellowy undertones, 110 Porcelain is great. So I'm just going to be careful of my eyebrows. And then I'm only putting a little bit on because I have a tendency to put too much on and then have a hard time buffing it away and making it look not so cakey. And I also try to use less because I also use a powder that has like a little bit of coverage in it, but I will like, you know, spot conceal with this too. So like right there and right there. And then gone. Not really, because in real life, I kind of like hate it when when people on social media, they're like that one picture that went viral, it was like a girl who had like really bad acne, and she took a before and after picture. It was like before and after like full coverage makeup, and it's kind of like, yeah, but you'll still be able to see like all the bumps and stuff in real life. Like it's not like in a picture, it's like it may look fine, but in real life you'll definitely still be able to see the bumps. So I mean, maybe that's just me, but maybe I just don't know how to apply makeup correctly. But that's just something that, it doesn't really bother me. It's just kind of like, really, I don't know, just ignore me. I'm kind of like ranting now, but I'm trying to like do a talk through, like a talk through, chillin', get ready with me type of thing. So now I'm going to conceal Don't Feel. I've never actually seen Frozen, but whatever. This is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Chantilly, something like that. I don't really know how it's pronounced, but conceal everything. And also highlight a little bit, because highlight. That was me not flipping you off. That was me trying to do whatever, a quotation mark. But yeah, it's just a little bit right here, down the nose, and in on the forehead. I have the world's shakiest hands, I swear. So I'm just going to be blending that out with my foundation brush again, because I don't feel like dampening my beauty blender. Hashtag lazy people problems. Jacqueline, look at the fucking lens, not your reflection. But yeah, hashtag lazy people problems. Hardcore lazy people problems. Okay, so now that concealer is on, I lost my setting brush again. Here it is. I'm just going to take the same vanilla color from the Anastasia palette and just put it right underneath of my eyes. And I do this pretty quickly after concealer. I know some people like theirs like to set, like wait for their concealer to set a little bit. I don't like to do that because then I'll really crease like a mother, but you know, personal preference again. And I'm kind of just like pushing the powder into my skin. Once again, being careful of the eyebrows, and there's something in my contacts. We established this earlier, Jacqueline. So I like to put a little, not a little, a lot of powder so that I don't crease, and then just like do this, poke yourself in the eye again, and then just like brush off any excess that you have. Yeah, gotta wash my contacts. So then for the rest of my face, I'm going to be setting it with the Revlon Photo Ready powder in number 10 Fair, because that is what we are, because we are pale little ghosties. Little ghosties. And then this will also mattify you. So if you are not crazy about being matte, don't do this. But I just think, once again, being careful about your eyebrows. But, what was I talking about? I don't know. This is why I kind of suck at making videos. First of all, I don't have a set schedule for videos or filming videos. But I'm working on it. So, yeah. Contact, really dirty. So, the next thing, I'm just gonna finish off my eyes. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D palette again, and a definer brush that I saw earlier. Here it is. This is technically an e.l.f. eyeliner. Yeah, eyeliner brush, but I use it as a definer brush. Just looks like that. And I'm going to dip my brush into the light gray eyeshadow and just put it oh my god, I feel like I'm going blind because there's so much shit in my eye contact. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. And then I'm not going to blend that out yet. I'm just going to put the dark gray down there. I feel like I just got some of that on my nose. Okay. Ooh. And so we are going to take a pencil brush, once again by Sony Kashuk, and just blend. I have to have my eye closed when I do this because I literally just, it's so uncomfortable to me. You feel me? Oh! See, that's why I hate doing these under eye, because I poke myself all the time. I realized that light was on back there, so yeah, now I'm just gonna contour with the Anastasia contour kit, because what else? Because this is the only contouring kit I have in real life. So I don't know where my regular contouring brush is, so I'm just gonna use this other Real Techniques one, the sculpting brush, and I'm just gonna take this color and kind of load up my brush because I find this one really isn't that pigmented, and then just like carve out my cheeks. I like putting a lot on. Some people don't like putting a lot on. It's whatever. But setting your face before you do this really helps the contour blend better. So yeah, that's literally all I'm gonna do, because I'm trying to hurry at this point. And I was going to do a nose contour, but I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore since being rushed. Okay, now I'm gonna do Havana. I think this is Havana, just around the temples, and I'm just barely going to touch it into the, touch my brush into the product, because I don't, this is a very pigmented one in this palette, so, yeah, so it just adds like a little itty bitty warmth. Why does that look so dark on me in the camera? I don't know, but in real life, it looks fabuloso. Is that even a word? I don't know. Fabulosa? Fabulous? Yes? I'm going to do a nose contour with, once again, the Anastasia palette, and this time I'm going to use this one in the middle, and a Revlon brush. I don't know, this is from like Walmart or something, from when I first started using makeup. This was like my very first brush that I ever bought, so I think this was supposed to be an all-over eyeshadow brush, but I use it sometimes for blending and for what I'm going to do right now. So I'm just going to dip this into the contour color and tap off the excess, and then just try to control my shaky hands. Something just fell. nobody got time to pick it up. So I'm just gonna contour my nose. Not to necessarily make it look thinner. I take it all the way up to my eyebrows. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but I do it anyway because I'm a rule breaker. I don't do it necessarily to thin out my nose, just to like make it look a little bit more defined. And then wipe off any of the excess and blend. In the words of Jaclyn Hill, I fear harsh lines like I fear the devil. I love her so much. Okay, anyway. Blend, blend, blend. We are almost done. This is the NYX blush in Rose Garden and a e.l.f. small stipple brush. These are very pigmented, so just one little dab and you are good to go. Okay, maybe 2 little dabs because that's what I do, because I like my blush to be noticeable. So I blend it back into my contour and voila. Okay, and now for my fave part, the highlighting. This is the Natural Nude Physicians Formula Shimmer Strip because I don't own anything else besides the contour palette, and I don't want to use that. So we're just going to put this right on the top of the cheekbones and strobe, strobe, strobe. Yes, bitches! I'm so full of energy right now. Get out of my way, hair. I tried curling my hair, and it was very difficult. I hated it very much. I don't know how people do it every day of their lives, because that's just pain in the ass. So I'm going to put some on the chin because I want to look super glowy. And on the nose. Like all the way down the nose because I'm crazy. I know some people don't like to do that. Personal preference. Yet again, no one can tell you how to do your makeup. Thank you. And then above the I do it right on top of the contour, right on top of, above my eyebrows. Again, some people also don't like to do that, but you know, I don't really care. So, then I'm going to use the same highlight, if I can find it. Here it is, with a Japanesque 832, maybe? I don't really know, but I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to dip it into the super white one, right there, and tap off a lot of the excess, and then highlight the inner corners. And then also my brow bone, because I completely forgot to do that. I always forget to highlight my brow bone. And I need to stop doing that because it's how unprofessional. So, blending, blending, and voila. And that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, so yeah. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you liked it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!